Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. You know, when we released the core tackle Wacky shot, we kind of knew that there'd be some interesting ways to use it. We primarily brought it out as a wacky rig bait, a way to increase a little bit of weight to a traditional weightless wacky rig, which gives your bait a little bit different fall. The fish absolutely love it, but I gotta say, one of the coolest things are the recommendations that I'm getting from viewers like you guys out there as to ways they're using it and catching a bunch of fish. So I figured I'd walk you through some of these other baits that people are having really good success with. These are very non-traditional ways you would think about rigging, say, a wacky rig. But the reality is the wacky shot hook isn't like any other traditional wacky rig hook. So it does give you the opportunity to rig baits in a different manner. So I thought I would walk you through some of these that have been having really good success. So the first one I'm going to show you here is this guy right here. So you can see the wacky shot hook. This is the 1/8 size. And then we've got a 4-inch Bass Tricks flash trick. So this was actually sent to me, or this idea, by the owner of Bass Tricks, Brian Evans. He sent me a bunch of videos where they're catching fish, fishing a flash tricks like this. And I gotta tell you, when you put this in the water and you just shake it, you can keep that suspended there. It is one of the most lifelike looking minnow presentations that I've seen. And the proof was in the pudding. I mean, he has videos of fish actually coming up and eating it. So it was a very unique presentation. And one, these are narrow baits, but again, our oversized custom-made hitchhiker allows you to rig pretty much any size bait. The idea is, yeah, in some instances it might stick out just a tad, but the reality is that's just going to give you the extreme holding power of it. So if you happen to have some of these flash tricks, you definitely might want to try these, because it was an extremely lifelike presentation and one that I know I'll be utilizing. Another one that was sent to me that made a lot of sense after I saw it, but was kind of one of those times where you're just like, why didn't I think of that? Well, this is one another viewer sent to me with a big fish catch, and he's fishing a Yamamoto Aiko on the Wacky shot by Core Tackles. So he screws it tail down so that you've got the skirt. So when you pull up on the bait will fold over itself, and then when you drop it, what happens with this is, because the weight's on the top, it actually will like push the bait down and then slowly kind of curl under from there. So you can get the gliding motion out of it. When you pull it up, you get that kind of that pulsating, almost like jellyfish look to it that a lot of people love with the Aikas. Really cool rigging presentation as well, and one that I think for sure will be catching a lot of people some fish. Another one that first-hand knowledge I know works really well, and this is one from the Bassmaster Classic, meeting up with the guys at G-Crack, who came out with their new Q-Bomb. Now this is a pretty crazy looking bait. It's just the plastic ball with a bunch of your silicone skirt material coming out the side. A lot of videos been done on this combination already. A lot of people catching some really good fish. I know Matt Becker caught a 6-pounder on Watts Bar fishing this. So, and he was really just actually trying to dial in his soft plastics. So it definitely works. I've caught a couple doing it now on this. When you're talking about the Q-Bomb, there's not a whole lot of presentations that you can fish this with, meaning there's not that many hooks that will actually work in this. So you can do it on a drop shot. You could use just a weightless hook, but in this case, you can throw on a little bit of weight and get this bait down a little bit deeper. And I know a lot of guys are catching fish. I think they're almost, if not sold out, they've completely sold out pretty much since the Bassmaster Classic. And I'll put links for each of these in the video description. So if you're looking to purchase some, you can go ahead and do it from that standpoint. Not sure if everything is in stock or not, but you really should try some of these. So then the last one I've got, this is, let me unscrew one so I can screw it in this. So this is the Biwa Armored Craw. This is just a traditional craw style bait, but what guys are doing with this is they're actually inserting it slightly behind the tail, or I should say slightly behind the midsection of the bait, more in the tail. So I'll screw this in. and they're going to get like a good craw action out of it. So when they pop the rod, the craw will kind of curl under itself. So they're fishing it like this. So you got your craw, you got screwed in the back. So when they pull it, the craw will actually kind of pulsate under itself, but when they let it go, it kind of settles back down. So you get a very good, I should have it twisted just a little bit more. So you get a very good kind of craw presentation. And what I was told, and again, I haven't done this, this is a viewer recommendation. They like to have it a little bit in the back. So when they pull it, what'll actually happen when you pull it is the craw will kind of go up into a standing position. Because you're dragging it on the bottom, the tail will kind of catch on the bottom and just help it get into that fighting position. But then, you know, when you pop it up, you let it fall back, it'll glide back down because you've got weight transferred, not at the tail completely, but a little bit further back, so it'll want to glide. Definitely neat presentation. The pictures that were sent to me included several that had a bunch of fish catches in it. But the cool thing with the Wacky Shot hook is there's a bunch of different ways you can rig it. Whole bunch of different size baits that you can rig it on, because all you're really doing is attaching the plastic by that hitchhiker. And that gives you the ability to put it in anything from a crappie size bait to, you know, giant 10-inch plastic if you wanted to. Anyways, let me know from you guys out there. I'd love to know what you're using on your core tackle Wacky Shot, because I'm still finding lots and lots of cool new baits to be applying it with. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all you. Hopefully this was a helpful video, and stay tuned. We'll have a new video coming out tomorrow for you.